You're dying in Sea of Thieves because you don't understand two things, health and damage. But don't worry, I've got you covered. You're watching another episode of Shibly's Sea of Secrets. Aloha Islanders, welcome to Shibly Island, and today's episode of Shibly's Sea of Secrets, we will be covering everything you need to know about health and damage in Sea of Thieves. In Sea of Thieves, pirate versus pirate combat situations often come down to who manages their health better. It is also very important to maintain good health in Sea of Thieves, even during naval situations, as you can be easily killed by cannon splash damage, fire, or a single bullet. These critical points can mean the difference between being sunk and walking away victorious. The first thing we need to discuss is how to stay alive in Sea of Thieves. In Sea of Thieves, you and enemy pirates have 100 health. If you want to manage your health properly in Sea of Thieves, it's very simple. If you take damage in a fight, eat to restore that lost health immediately, as you need to be able to tank damage from enemy fire or miscellaneous boat damage. You do not want to leave yourself hanging one snipe away from death in a Sea of Thieves fight. Good players eat when they are dealt with. Now let's talk about where to get the best food and how much of each healing item to carry. Here is every healing item in Sea of Thieves and its respective healing power ordered from least to most healing. The weakest and most underrated healing item in Sea of Thieves is bait at 10 health, while also providing a nausea effect you can use to blind enemy pirates. This effect is very useful in hand-to-hand PvP, but detrimental during your naval PvP phase, as you may affect a teammate. This is a bit of an outlier, as you can carry bait in addition to the 5 slots of food you can already carry, offering the player an additional 100 health points of healing since you can carry 10 pieces of bait. It is recommended to assign a bind so that you can quickly access bait mid-fight to begin flashing your enemy with this method. The most common and readily accessible food is the banana, healing you at 20% health. Next is the coconut, healing you at 30%, followed by the pomegranate at 40% and the mare fruit at 45%. These common foods should not be used in Sea of Thieves PvP if you intend on healing. Save these for healing during PvE situations. Now let's discuss every piece of food that should be in your loadout. It is important to balance your food loadout, as you don't want to eat away all your good food after the first few hits of damage you take. If you are below half health, then use a full heal, like a pineapple or cooked monster meat. If you are above half health, you use a half heal, like mango or cooked animal meat. Now that we've discussed the weaker types of food, let's move on to the relevant healing in Sea of Thieves. The third best food to hold are mangoes, as they heal 50% health in one item slot, totaling to a full 100 health after 2 mangoes, while the mango can only be eaten once for 50 health. This is the minimum necessary level of food you should be carrying for PvP, and serves as a backup for cooked animal meat. The second best food to hold in your pockets is cooked animal meat. This is because you can take a small amount of damage, like below half, and in this situation it would be wasteful to heal with a 100 health pineapple. Instead, you should carry a mixture of full heals, like pineapples or monster meat, and half heals, like cooked animal meat or mangoes. Cooked meat also offers the added benefit of overheal to the player, which restores the player's health over time after sustaining damage. You may have a total of 200 overheal health points. This does not, however, take any extra damage. It acts more like a health regen. Cooked meat offers 50 points of health regen per bite. Since it is less rare to acquire than monster meat, the pineapple is the best healing item in Sea of Thieves. This is because when you take a bite, you receive a full health restore, and it has 2 uses. When you bite a pineapple, you have another half to use that also restores health. This is also the most accessible healing item in the game of its magnitude, making it a mainstay in any pirate's equipment. If you're going to PvP enemy pirates in Sea of Thieves, pineapples should be in your loadout. best food loadout in Sea of Thieves is 2 pineapples, which yields a total of 400 health, plus 3 pieces of cooked animal meat, which yields a total of 300 health. And also 300 points in overheal, which can be absolutely clutch when you need to heal small bits of health while simultaneously doing something else like bucketing. This loadout offers you 7 points of health to immediately restore 300 extra regen points on top of that. It also affords you with the flexibility to heal with the correct food and make your supplies last longer. You should not be doing PvP in Sea of Thieves with pomegranates, coconuts, bananas in your pockets. Just be smart and buy or get supplies. Use these weaker fruits instead for PvE. Now that you understand how to stay alive, let's discuss how to kill other pirates in Sea of Thieves. Most new players in Sea of Thieves struggle with understanding how to confirm kills in Sea of Thieves and end up getting killed trying to land another hit on their opponent that has already healed and is already reloading their next shot. Now that you've fully understood how other pirates can protect themselves against enemy damage effectively, here is how to counterplay opponents and secure kills before they're able to eat. Before we begin discussing weapon combos, let's quickly cover how much damage each weapon deals upon landing a hit. The highest damage you can do, or be dealt in PvP, is taking a direct hit from a cannonball. This will do upwards of 100 points in damage if the cannonball connects with the target. If this occurs, it results in what most players in Sea of Thieves refer to as a one ball, which means to die immediately to a cannon shot. Cannonballs also deal area of effect splash damage that can hurt you anywhere from 1 to 99 HP depending on your distance from the cannon impact. If a chain shot is landed on an enemy player, it will deal 50 damage. That's it for cannonball damage. There are 2 throwables that deal damage as well. Blunderbombs are the best throwable to carry because they deal 50 damage on direct impact and 15 on splash damage. You can also buy surplus blunderbombs with captain supplies and find them in abundance and in barrels everywhere. They also deal damage through walls, and objects do not block the damage from blunderbombs, meaning you cannot take cover from a blunderbomb. Be careful, however, because you can easily deal splash damage to yourself and quickly die without proper care. Blunderbomb with reason. Firebombs are also a good alternative throwable to use, dealing 10 damage on impact, and if the firebomb successfully lights the player on fire, it deals 33 damage per second over time. Traps also are considered throwables, but you can carry 2 additional traps in addition to the 5 throwables you can already carry. Traps are like the bait of the throwable section, since it can apply a status effect to an enemy. Traps deal a flat rate of damage of 26 and applies a 30-second limp timer to your opponent. That limits their movement. Traps can also be loaded with the other throwables or curse balls to apply extra damage or status effects. Usually, you lay the trap for an enemy to fall into, but you can also throw a trap directly at an enemy, like a blunderbomb, to apply the 26 damage and limp status effect. As a boarder, I prefer to carry 3 blunderbombs for general usages and 2 firebombs so I can guarantee damage to an enemy boat while I'm aboard, and always carrying traps so I can block high traffic areas like stairs or ladders. However, if possible, I would still carry 5 bone colors at all times, as they are the most overpowered throwable in the game, but can be annoying to acquire consistently. However, as a helm, I prefer to stack 5 blunderbombs, as they are the best defensive throwable, and you need additional defense to play helm and guard ladders. Now that we've covered the best throwable loadouts to have, it's time to move on to weapons. To be clear, when you damage an enemy with your weapon, it does not matter where you hit them. If you snipe someone in the head or the foot, it does the exact same amount of damage. Now I'm going to quickly state all of the weapon damage values so that is clear when discussing weapon combos. As previously stated, the sniper, or Eye of Reach, deals a flat rate of 70 damage per hit. The flintlock deals 55 damage per hit. The sword does 25 damage on a slash and 60 damage on a lunge. The sword also briefly stuns enemies, making it impossible to run while getting slashed. It is important to note that the sword can only be swung 3 times in a row before experiencing a short fatigue. So keep this in mind because you will become vulnerable after the 3rd swing into an enemy's block. The same is true for your enemy. If you just block 3 of their strikes, you can now strike them and they cannot block it due to the sword fatigue. This is how you counter sword spamming. The double barrel does 45 damage per shot. So, if you charge up the double barrel pistol and shoot both of its shots, it does a flat 90 total damage instantly if landed on an opponent. The blunderbuss is a little complicated. It shoots a 10 point spread that does 9 damage per blunderbuss pellet. And if you're able to land every single shot, that's 90 damage. The main benefit of using blunderbuss is its knockback ability. The blunderbuss is unique in its aspect as it is the only gun with this effect. The knockback effect often launches opposing turrets off your ladder or ship, which is a very useful effect to have enabled. It also puts space between you and your enemy, which gives you time to reload and eat if needed. Throwing knives have 3 different attacks. A 14 damage quick stab by pressing your attack key, a 70 damage charge attack by holding your attack key and releasing it shortly after, and a 60 damage throw attack that is performed by aiming and firing. The last weapon to cover is the blow powder. This weapon does 45 damage if you hit an opponent with a black powder dart, and 10 damage per second for 8 seconds, which results in a total of 80 damage if you hit an enemy with a poison dart. It's time to finally discuss weapon loadouts. The best weapon loadout in Sea of Thieves is the one that is most effective for your playstyle. With that being said, there are 4 very predominantly used classes within Sea of Thieves. The first is Blunder and Sniper, which is generally accepted as the best loadout in Sea of Thieves. The second is Blunder and Sword, which is the most widely hated loadout in Sea of Thieves, but is the most effective depending on who you ask. The third is Sniper Pistol. This is the most respected loadout, as many believe that people who can use it express a high level of skill and movement. While this loadout can make crossbow kills and confirm kills at distance, it still can lose pretty regularly to Sniper Blunder in pirate combat, especially in close quarters. My personal favorite and the 4th mainly used loadout in Sea of Thieves is Sniper Sword. This is my favorite as I like the sniper's ability to apply damage at range and deal a flat 70 damage. The sword offers insurance against other sword spammers and I like to board with it. I also like the ability to play in close quarters with the sword and quickly guarantee kills after hitting snipes. It can be useful to clear bone collars by using the sword's lunge ability. It is finally time to discuss common killing combos that you can use or can be used against you in Sea of Thieves PvP. The reason I am even bringing this topic up is on the highest levels of Sea of Thieves, players will eat at their earliest opportunity, so it's important to quickly confirm kills when you've dealt damage to your opponent. If you land a hit, it's important to understand to follow up with your secondary weapon and confirm the kill. I prefer to try to land sniper shots first because I like to play slower and use my blunder for defense to create space. Many do, however, find success spamming blunder offensively. For example, the most common killing combo is with the blunder sniper's loadout. If you land a strong blunder, meaning more than half of your pellets have hit, then you can quickly switch to snipe the enemy and confirm the kill while they are attempting to eat food. This is the counter to spam eating. You can only eat so fast, but you can very quickly kill in Sea of Thieves. You can also inverse this by confirming the 70 damage sniper and trying to land a decent blunder afterwards. Another common killing combo is Sniper Pistol, and this can be completed at range, which can be huge when trying to retake cannon line. A quick kill can lead to a retake or quick board on the enemy boat. These two combos are particularly advanced and only serve those who are highly skilled in Sea of Thieves. For players with less experience aiming in Sea of Thieves, I recommend a sword loadout so that you can try these two simpler combos. With Blunder and Sword loadout, you can try to hit a Blunder and use 3 sword swings. This is the most guaranteed and easiest combo to complete if you are new. This is what you should be doing until you learn to hit shots consistently. However, everyone hates this strategy, so beware. This combo can also be weaker as you have to chase to close the kill, and running double gunners can expose your aggressiveness, so be patient. My personal favorite killing combo uses Sniper Sword. I like this because it has the flexibility of dealing damage at range while also dealing consistent damage at close quarters. It also provides insurance against sword spammers. I can always defend myself, even if I still need to reload. This is my favorite because it is the most consistent and versatile style. This counters most playstyles I run into. The killing combo is Snipe //, or Snipe Sword Lunge, because you need 2 slashes, since the sniper does 70 damage and a slash does 25. Other killing combos that I'm interested in but haven't tried yet are, with double barrel and throwing knives, you can do a charge shot with a double barrel and do 90 damage, then do a quick stab and confirm the kill with 14 damage. With the flintlock and double barrel, you can do 55 damage with the flintlock and 45 damage with the double barrel and confirm a kill. Also, I'm interested in more double barrel classes since it can do 90 damage. On paper, I guess sniper double barrel would work. Potentially blunder double barrel would work. I need to do a little bit more testing to see if there's any valid reason to change the meta or introduce a concept like this in a useful way. Whatever you do, just make sure it works for your playstyle. I hope that this video has been very useful to you. That's all we've got for today. I hope I was able to provide you with some value. I want to thank you all who have shown me support in my recent videos by liking, subscribing, and leaving thoughtful comments. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for being here, and let me know in the comments by saying aloha. My name is Shibly. Please take care and have an amazing day.